turn my screen around so you can't see my closet.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to November 1st. You guys, I am so excited about this month. I woke up this morning and I was just like, oh, I am Jamie. I love your closet. So, Noelle Cruz, Presidential Diamond with It Works Global. Jamie Hughes, Presidential Diamond with It Works Global. You guys, we are sisters and we do our team Zoom every Wednesday. So, we are so excited that you're here with us today. Welcome. Guys, I had kind of like an epiphany in the month of October. And I just decided that the people who come into this business came for a reason. They didn't come to be coddled. They didn't come because they don't need money. They came for a purpose. They came because they need a change in their life. They came because they need more freedom in their life. They came because they need more friendships. They came because they need something. And so I decided that every person who has become a distributor at some point in time came for a reason, and it's my job to find what that reason is and to push them to achieve it. Okay, so what I did in the month of October is I actually invited everyone who is actually serious about their business and wanted to move forward to join me in the month of November and moving forward. And you know what? Probably 60% of the people that I had been sewing into were left behind. And I now get to move forward with the people that actually want to be here. And I'm really, really excited because you know what? Those of you who are here are the people that we get to hold accountable. You guys need to show up. And because you signed up for this business, you are now a business owner. So we're going to talk today about what that looks like and how you can incorporate little things into your lifestyle to actually make your business grow. So we are just going to give you some tips and we're going to help you figure out how you can be the best business owner and the most successful person according to your lifestyle. So Jamie, you have been a business owner since you were 18?
Sure have. So Noelle and I were talking the other day, and I think that when like Noelle just said, you signed up or something. Well, I think that kind of messes with your head, because when you start a business, you don't really think of signing up for something, right? When you think of traditional business, you start a business. But when we start this business, we call it signing up. So I think that really messes with people's heads. When I was 18, I didn't go to college. I got married instead. And 5 months later, we were pregnant. We had a baby at 19. And my husband had a dream to be a fishing guide. And I just wanted to be married and have babies, and I moved to the wilderness of Alaska. I didn't know really what I wanted to do. So my dreams became his dreams. We started that business. But to do that, our sign-up cost, if you want to call it that, was about $4,000 that we borrowed from his grandfather to buy a boat and some equipment so that he could run this business that he so desperately wanted to run, he was only able to run it about 3 months of the year. That was it. So that summer, because it was a seasonal job, so that summer he worked his butt off to make $4,000 back to pay his grandpa and to cover the costs. So we made zero money. But we made money because we paid off. I think we probably cleared about $10,000 that summer, maybe. We didn't have anything to live on for the rest of the winter, but he started his business, and that kind of got us going. Then we had to have a 9-to-5 job. I didn't want to work, so I started an in-home daycare. I didn't want to work outside the home. I wanted to bring in money. Started an in-home daycare with my baby, which our in-home situation was tiny little 20 by 20 cabin that was not finished. anyway, so that's what I did. I think he had a couple of jobs the first few years that we were married. But we all winter tried to figure, and this you guys, this too was before the internet was really big. He had met some fishermen that summer that were into, like, knew how to build websites and that type of thing, and they kind of took him under their wing and helped create a website. And so we started learning marketing, basically. We started learning how to grow our business. We had to get on the phone. We didn't even have cell phones. We had landlines to call people and follow up with the customers that had fished that summer, and ask for referrals. So that was basically what we did. Now, fast forward a few more years, we had another baby, and we decided to, Josh had decided he was going to be a teacher. That's actually what he had decided. He started student teaching. He was going to start college the next year for classes, just a few classes. It was going to take him a while because we, number one, couldn't afford for him to take a lot of classes. And number two, he still needed to work. We needed that full-time income. And we had also started breeding dogs, but it was a hobby. We had a litter. We sold puppies. A few months later, we had another litter. We sold puppies. We're like, well, that was easy. But again, no internet, you guys. We were doing newspaper ads. But we were learning. I can't say it was no internet. We were learning, because this was like 2002, 2003. However, 2003, we decided to leave Alaska for the winter. We drove out of Alaska all the way to Nebraska, and then ended up in Colorado, and ended up getting to spend some time with some entrepreneurs, people who were self-made millionaires and now self-made billionaires. And they inspired us so much that we were like, this is what we want to do. We don't want these 9-to-5 jobs. Like literally, he was a bus driver. He was a student teacher. When we were in Colorado, he worked on the ski mountain. Just whatever he could get, he was doing in the winter so that we could have the summers off to build this fishing business that he wanted to do. So Esther was born in 2002. So 2003, we were in Steamboat, and we sat down with one of the guys, and they were helping us build these websites and teaching us. We went to school to learn how to build these websites. And then Josh decided to go to California for a couple weeks to just really dive into it. And that's the only schooling we've had, as far as we've never gone to college. We've just had, basically what we have here. We learn from each other and from other people who have gone down the road to success. We learn from them. So we decided that year that we were done with the 9-to-5s, that we were going to jump all in head first, and these businesses were going to work. We were going to run a fishing lodge in the summer, and we were going to sell dogs all year long. And we really hoped it worked, because we weren't going to have any other income otherwise. And you guys, that was the scariest decision we've ever made. But it pushed us every day to work harder. We had to find people who wanted to spend $350 a day to go fishing. And we had, in the summertime, and schedule it, and actually fly to Alaska and come and spend $400 a night to stay in our lodge with their family. And then we had to find people to buy puppies that were, at the time, $850 a puppy. And that was hard. That was really, really hard. And I don't know if anybody's in the breeding world or pet world, but the Malamute community is so political. You have these young kids who know nothing but just love researching pedigrees and that love the breed, all of a sudden selling dogs, and you've got these people who've been breeding for 20 years going, what the heck do you think you're doing? Get out of here. And so there were so many times where they were, you know, we'd have other breeders who were like, you guys don't know what you're doing, you're a menace to this society of dogs. Like it was horrible. I remember crying days, like, what the heck are we doing? We don't know what we're doing, but we want to do this, and this is what we want to do. So I just remember thinking there were so many opportunities to just quit and just be like, you know what? Everybody was right. We should have gone to college. We should have got jobs. We'd be way better off. I had 2 little kids that, you know, I felt like, and in all honesty, I don't remember parts of my kids' life that early years because we were working so hard, which makes me really sad. Because since I started It Works, it's been the opposite. I've worked really hard, but they're right here in my lap while I'm doing it. I'm not going, go away, mommy's on the phone, or, you know, it's the culture that we have with It Works is so family oriented that it's okay for me to tell somebody, I'm sorry, my child's screaming. This is what it's like to work from home. You know, versus being on the phone with somebody who's got 1,000,001 questions about your dogs, or about what their vacation's going to look like, or thinking that they can drive 8 hours in one day to come do a 12-hour fishing trip. You know, trying to explain that to them, that Alaska is huge. And you just can't do that. So that, you know, it's just very, very different. And when I started It Works, I didn't see it as a business. I wanted product. I wanted to make enough money to get some product. And when I realized that this could be my full-time income and how much easier it was to create $2,000 a month in income, I did that in 4 months. You guys, that took us probably 10 years before I had $2,000 extra a month in my account. Even now, 16 years later, 17 years later, I don't sometimes have $2,000 extra a month between the 2 businesses. Those businesses have exploded. We've done amazing. Our dog kennel is known worldwide. I hate shipping international, but we're figuring that out. I've got about 10 different international people wanting dogs right now. And then our fishing company, you know, we since It Works, we've changed it. We no longer have the lodge, which praise Jesus, we don't have that lodge anymore. But we've been able to revamp how we do that. We were always in the red with the fishing business until 2 years ago, when Josh was just able to fish because he wants to, and we don't have all those overhead costs anymore, and we don't live off the fishing business. It's just purely his thing, which is another story. But he's very good at what he does, and it's highly known business. So as far as our It Works business, like I was telling Noelle, I wish traditional business was as easy as this, but we make it so hard because we overthink it all the time. And all of the things that it takes to build, you know, it's just talking to people. And I'm not a talker. That was my biggest struggle when I started this business, is Josh was always the the salesperson, the one selling the fishing trips. I could sell a dog. I mean, I could do it, but it wasn't something I enjoyed doing. I was more like, do you want to go on a fishing trip or not? Do you want to buy a dog or not? But he loves that. That wasn't my thing. And so when I had to actually start talking to people, start teaching other people, that was really scary for me. And it still is. I'm not comfortable sitting here talking to you right now, but I am. So I don't know, Noelle, what else do you want me to say?
Well, I think it's interesting because when you went Triple Diamond, I remember that it took you, how long did it take you to go Triple Diamond?
15 months.
15 months. And I remember this so clearly because you were on that call and you said, it took me 15 months to go Triple Diamond and be making $100,000 a year, $10,000 a month. About $10,000 a month is the average for Triple Diamond, or it was when you went Triple Diamond. And you said it took you 15 years to build that with your traditional businesses. And with this business, our overhead cost is about $150 a month. If you're ordering product and you have your website on, your cost is going to be about $100 to $150 a month, depending on what you're ordering. Now, in my house, we order way more product than that because we use everything and there's 3 of us and et cetera. But your cost is $150 a month. What's the overhead cost to run the dog kennel? Just the dog kennel.
Well, I have 3 employees, not including Josh and I. And I think we do about $2,000 in dog food every month. We do about $1,500 to $2,000 in vet bills every month. That's because we have to ship puppies. We ship 90% of our puppies out of state. We do about $5,000 in employee pay.
So you come out with what at the end of the month? $1,000?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe 2.
But then I don't know. We have the kennel to pay for.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost $2,000 a month.
And you have a mortgage on the property where your dogs are kept. So the point is, you guys, it may have taken them 15 years to be making $10,000 a month with their kennel, but their overhead costs are so astronomical that they're bringing almost nothing home.
Right. Everything goes back into the kennel almost every month.
Yeah.
There's not a month where we can actually save some out.
Yeah.
And then we pay taxes on everything each month too. So.
Mm-hmm. So to be running a business for $150 a month, I love how you said, I did say we signed up for this business, because a lot of people signed up and they're like, oh, I signed up for something, but I want you guys all to go back to the day that you signed up. I don't want you to think about all the things that are in your mind right now. I want you to go back to the day that you signed up. If I go back to the day that I signed up, my mind was racing with, oh my goodness, this product is amazing. It's a first to market product. It's something I want to use. And this could provide me the opportunity to stay home and bring in a little bit of extra income for my family to help us get ahead on bills. And maybe then when I want to go get my hair done, I won't get yelled at by my husband. That was my day one. Okay. And I knew he was going to tell me no. And I knew that, it was going to be super taboo. But I was like, you know what? I need a little bit of something extra. So what was your day one? Okay. Go back to your day one and think about that. And then think, what's changed? Did you start this business and work it hard for 3 months and then let life get in the way, or people stopped booking parties, or people stopped responding to your messages or whatever, and you just decided this isn't working. Oh, that $1,000 a month goal that I set for myself on day one, it's probably not feasible anyway. My life is way too busy. You guys, life is going to be busy. Jamie probably has a busier life than anyone that I've ever met besides Melissa Rollerson, who also just has an insanely busy life. And a lot of you guys are in the exact same boat, but the difference between Melissa Rollerson, who's a triple diamond, and Jamie Hughes, who's a presidential diamond, and some of you that are still sitting at distributor or executive, is that they work their business intentionally with discipline on a daily basis.
Well, and let me just say this too. So it's been almost 18 years of business. And like I said at the beginning, there was no internet. I mean, there was, but like it wasn't a big thing. People didn't really go there to search for things. Mm-hmm. So over the years, it's evolved. The way we run our business has evolved. In the last 4.5 years of It Works business, my business has evolved. The way I grow my business has changed from year to year. And if you sit here and just think that you can do the same things forever and your business will grow, you're wrong. You have to continuously figure out, okay, people aren't responding to my messages anymore. What else can I do? What can I do different? How can I stand out more? And we do the same thing with our other businesses. With, my husband has a fishing business. He's trying to book trips for next year. And he's like, what can I do? He has a fishing group and he made a post and he's going to give away 2 seats on the boat. He has 6. He's going to give away 2, but people have to share this post that he made. And I don't know, he made this whole thing up, but he's got to get 500 shares. So he's trying something different for marketing. With our dogs, we've got a ton of puppies right now and we don't have as many calls coming in like right now as normal. So what can we do? This has been real life right now. This is what Josh and me and our kennel manager, Monica, have been talking about. What can we do to get people calling again to buy puppies, or when they do call, to actually pick one? The problem is there's too many to choose from, and they're like, oh, I want this one's cute, or this one's cute. And I'm like, yeah, they are all cute. Pick one.
Okay, so Jamie, how many puppies do you have right now that you're trying to get rid of?
I don't know. I think we have 6 litters on the ground and 3 due any day.
40 maybe puppies?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's pretend that you've got 40 wraps sitting at home. 40 wraps. People aren't calling. People aren't responding. Nobody wants to buy one. Nobody wants to have a party. So your option as an It Works distributor is to just say, well, nobody wants to buy my wraps. Maybe I'll just give them away for free on Facebook. Which, by the way, that would be dumb because you could use them yourself. First of all, let's just talk about how dumb that is. But second of all, you're like, this business isn't working. Nobody wants my wraps. I'm just going to give them away. Nobody's interested. Okay? That's one way that you could, just throw in the towel because this business is that easy to start and it's that easy to stop. Jamie, what would happen if you were like, oh, nobody wants to buy my puppies. I guess we're just going to have 40 Malamutes.
Yeah. I have 40. That would double my kennel size.
Right. So the point is as a traditional business owner, you can't just say, oh, well, nobody's shopping. You have to figure it out, right? And you have to figure out how to get the word out, how to make your kennel even more attractive, how to increase your marketing, how to talk to more people. And you do because it's that important. Because otherwise you have 40 more dogs.
Right.
And you're in trouble.
Well, and what I do might not work for you. What you do might not work for me. Well, I don't talk to people like you do. I just don't. Working on it. Still, always working on it. But you have to figure out what's going to make you stand out. And people, Chad talks about it all the time. Ultimately, people are buying you, not really they buy your personality and your excitement. So if you don't have any of that, then you need to work on it.
Yeah. So you guys, this is what we wanted to talk to you guys about today. First of all, we wanted to put it in perspective for you. What does what does this business entail? And if you were to start a franchise, for instance, that would cost you about $500,000, probably more, but we'll go on the low end and say $500,000. Do you think that if you started a franchise that cost you $500,000 and where you had to pay an electric bill and where you had to pay your rent, or you had to pay employees, do you think that you would show up to that business 7 days a week? Do you think that you would probably be at that store or that coffee shop or whatever it was for 12 plus hours a day? You absolutely would. You have no other time to do anything else because your heart and soul would be poured into that franchise because you literally just spent $500,000 to $1 million to start a business. You have the exact same, if not better, earning potential here, and you could work your business for an hour, maybe 2 a day, and you don't have any overhead costs besides your $100 to $150 a month. You don't have anybody telling you when to show up. You don't have anybody telling you when to go home. You don't have any rent to pay. You don't have any utilities to pay. You don't have any employees to pay. You have virtually nothing, and you have the world at your fingertips. And I want you guys to recognize that, and to recognize that as a private business owner, you don't have a boss. Jamie is not your boss. I am not your boss. We are simply here to encourage you to show up and run your business. And so part of you being successful is showing up and plugging in. So let's go over a couple of basics, what you guys have to be doing. If you want to be successful and make more than you're spending in this business every single month, you have to show up to a minimum of 2 to 3 calls and Zooms a week. So the Sunday night family call, you don't miss that, you guys. That's with our CEO, Mark Pentecost. Okay? You don't miss that. It's 15 minutes. 15 minutes on a Sunday night. You can put your kids to bed. You can tell your husband, hold on, I got to get on this call for 15 minutes. You can turn everything off. You get on the call for 15 minutes. Sunday night. Monday night. Show Me the Money call with Pam Souter. You guys, she's our Chief Networking Officer. She's incredible. She's going to interview our new presidentials and ambassadors. Those stories are going to be stories you can share with your potentials. They're going to give you tips. They're going to give you tricks. It's going to re-inspire you. It's going to fill your cup. Don't miss it. This is our team call, our team Zoom right now, Wednesday afternoons. Next Wednesday, it's actually going to be Wednesday night, but that's going to be a really special surprise for you guys. But Wednesday afternoons, if you can't get on this because you're at work, listen to the replay. And Thursday nights with Chad and Jeree, Black Diamond team call with our ambassadors. You guys, that's 4 things to plug into each week. That's 3.5 hours-ish of plugging into the team, okay? So 3.5 hours of your week potentially can be put into this. And if you can't get on all 4, like I said, get on 2 to 3. The more you can get on, the better. When I first started, I was plugged into everything I could get my hands on. I was watching every video. I was on every call because I knew that the more that I plugged into, the more I was going to learn, the better I was going to be. Okay? So that's just like coaching, training, refill your cup. You guys, the power hours. There are over 5 power hours scheduled each week right now, as of this point in time, and more coming by your diamond leaders from Black Diamond Team. Some are in the morning, some are in the afternoon, some are at nighttime. Pick a time, pick a day that you can plug into. Some are on Instagram, some are on Facebook, some are on both. Some are on scheduling events, some are on scheduling parties. They're always going to be different. You guys plug into those. It's going to teach you how to work. You get to work with other people, so you're not at home. It's going to hold you accountable. But you cannot make excuses as to why you can't show up. You can. Your business just won't go anywhere. My kid is crying. Okay, take care of your baby. Listen to the replay. Don't be afraid to ask your sponsor for the replay or to go search Black Diamond Team. You're sick in bed. You can't make those phone calls. That's okay. Message those people and say, I am puking right now. Can we talk tomorrow? Like, this is a business where real life happens, but you still have to open your doors every single day. That means posting on your social media platforms a minimum of 3 times a day. So every day on Facebook and on Instagram, you should have a minimum of 3 things posted. One thing should be an inspirational post or something business related, something about how in order to be successful in business or in order to be successful in life, you can't quit. And sometimes you guys need to teach, you need to post that not only for your followers, you need to post that for yourself, because you guys need to remember that you're not a quitter. You signed up for a reason. You started this business for a reason. and it's going to take you working every single day. So you open your doors to your business every single day by posting on Facebook. So Facebook and Instagram, 1 thing, inspirational. 2 things, something about the products. 3 things, something about the business. So inspirational, business related, something about the product, something about the business. Every single day, 365 days a year, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, your kids' birthdays, your anniversary, every day, you guys. Every day. And if you don't know what to post, you have, I don't know, how many diamond leaders do we have? 50 in Black Diamond Team? You have over 50 people, just the diamond leaders, that you could go and look at their pages and say, I like that post. I'm going to take it. Okay? It's not going to be great for your Facebook algorithm, but you know what? You posting something for your friends is better than posting nothing, even if it's copied. And there is no shame in copying and pasting if you don't know what to post. If you're feeling completely empty and completely drained and like you don't know even where to start in this business because you just are completely uninspired, and you're like, I literally feel like I'm starting at square one and my life sucks and I'm too overwhelmed and I'm too tired and my brain is all frazzled and I just can't think, creep some people's pages and steal their stuff. It doesn't matter. It will eventually matter that you need to start posting some of your own stuff, but you know what? Sometimes you need to post things that are going to inspire you as much as they're going to inspire your followers. And when they see you being consistent, and when they see you loving what you're using and loving the community of people that you're hanging out with, that's what's going to draw people in.
Something I was thinking while you were talking is when we were growing our businesses, our other businesses, we had basically binders one for the dogs that have all these folders in them for each dog and their pedigrees and all of that. And then we have another one with the litters that are born. And so those were always on the table. Like, I didn't have an office. They were just always on the table. And then we had the schedule book for the fishing business. That was always on the table. And I just remember they were always out. It drove me crazy because they were always out. But if we put them away, we were just going to have to pull them back out again because somebody was going to call or we we're going to have to look something up. And it's kind of the same way, like with my planner, my calendar, like I need that to always be out so that I can see what I need to do next. If you don't have anything written down to do next, then your business is stalled. So, and I'm be the first to admit I'm guilty of just not even opening my planner for the day. But that's something then this last month that I was like, gosh, I gotta get my stuff straight again because I'm just we're busy. We're moms. I have 4 kids and 3 businesses. Like, why do I think that I can just keep it all in my head? It's just gonna stress me out, and then I'm gonna be like, I can't do this. I'm done. Going back to bed. So that that was just something for us. It was just always out. Like we were always working. Even be watching a movie with kids and the phone would ring and Josh would be off talking to somebody. Which is fine. That's what those were a few times where it was okay to take away from family time to build what we were working towards. Because now we can spend more time and we do put our phones away more often now. Yeah. But for a time,
I just feel like this can be, and I'll share, I'm just going to share like a quick tip of how I incorporate this into my day, kind of what my schedule looks like, because my schedule's kind of all over the place. And then Jamie, I would love it if you just shared a quick tip. So one of the things I do, and like, I'm just going to tell you guys, I have 3 kids. 2 of them are young. 1 of them is in school. I took on a baby this last week, like a baby, like a 5-month-old that is not mine, on top of my 2 toddlers. And I was like, that was a bad decision. But guess what? I think it like helped me put some things into perspective. So I'm just going to tell you guys exactly what happened. I had this baby for a week, and the first like 72 hours, I was like, crap. I can't do anything. I'm exhausted. I was taking like 8 Confianza a day. Not really, but I was definitely taking 6. Like I was stressed to the max. I wasn't eating. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Kids probably need to be clean. They weren't bathed. Like, it was fine. Like, toddlers are trying to adjust to new baby being in the house, and they're like, it's not even my sister. Like, whatever. They're freaking out. Okay, so I was freaking out for about 72 hours. And then I was like, this has to stop. So I figured it out. Baby went to bed, and I got some work done. And I was like, I know I'm going to be tired, but you know what? I'm tired all the time anyway. So all the babies are in bed. They're all in bed by 8 p.m. It's fine. And I sat down, and I took a few minutes to just relax, have a glass of wine, and then I got to work. A lot of you were like, I can't do that because my husband wants to spend time with me. Well, you know what? My husband wants to spend time with me as well, but he also knows that the income that I've created for our household is over 60% of our income. And that's huge. What if you could say, babe, let's spend 30 minutes together and catch up on our days and talk for a few minutes, and then I'm going to go work my business for 30 to 60 minutes intentionally. Okay? You give him that quality time, and then you go work your business. You don't turn on a movie. You don't turn on Netflix. You do FaceTime with your significant other who needs your time, and then you go and work your business. Because turning on Netflix is not going to be an income-producing activity. Sitting down and messaging people is going to be an income-producing activity. Booking parties is going to be an income-producing activity. And if it's not an income-producing activity and it's not helping your family dynamics, it doesn't need to be on your calendar. Okay? So what I did was I was tired. I'm still tired. I got 4 hours of sleep last night, and I was planning on sleeping until like 8:30 this morning, and then the dog woke me up early this morning, and I was like, that's awesome because, you know, if it's not a kid, it's a dog, and whatever. And so I literally crawled out of bed, threw myself on the couch, and I like couldn't even open my eyes, and I was like, I have to get up. I have to get up, and I have to do a live video on keto coffee because that is literally what I'm going to be running on today. And you know what? Somebody wants to sign up as a customer for the keto coffee. And I look like a hot mess, but you know what? That is my life. When you guys can be open and honest with people on social media, they're going to want what you have. Okay. So wake up. I literally woke up this morning. I followed about 150 people on Instagram. I posted something on Facebook. I posted something in my team chat. I got up. That was what I did. I literally crawled out of bed and I got up. But it takes a minute. It took me a minute or two to do that on Instagram. It took me a couple minutes to post something in my team chat. I posted the same thing. I don't even know if I posted anything on Instagram. I posted something on Facebook. I may not have posted something on Instagram, but I followed people on Instagram. I posted something on Facebook. I posted something in my chat. I did something to like put something out there so that later when I'm messaging people, there's some content on my page. You have to be posting something, but it doesn't take long. And for those of you who have crazy schedules and you're at work at 7:30 and you're there all day long, use buffer. Before you go to bed, you're going to take that time before you go to bed, and you're going to schedule things to be running throughout the day, the next day when you're at work. So you can literally get up, follow some people on Instagram, send some friend requests on Facebook, go get ready for your day and just go. You're going to know that your social media is going to be running. Maybe you need to grab something that you posted on Facebook and post it on Instagram, throughout the day, but it's not going to take a lot of time. I think that we overcomplicate it and we think, oh my gosh, I have to have like office hours. Yeah, if you want to have office hours, if that's a possibility for you, great. You're going to get some focused hours done. But you know what? When I first started building this business and I've got a 2-year-old and my husband's gone all the time and it's just us and like people were coming over to my house to get wrapped, I was like messaging people while I was peeing, like it's just reality. We've got people that work full-time jobs or they're CPAs or they are nurse practitioners or whatever, and they're literally talking to people in between their patients and their clients. And that's okay because that is one way. Okay, that's one way that they can work their business is in the snippets of time. You guys have snippets. You choose not to use them. Okay, so November 1st, fresh, clean slate. I'm challenging all of you guys to hold yourself to a higher standard, to pull out your calendars, to be disciplined, to make good decisions, to sleep a little bit less because you know what? The seeds that we're planting now are all going to be blooming and ready to harvest come the day after Christmas, okay? People are going to be worried about their weight loss because they're going to have gained weight over the holidays. They're going to be getting their tax money back, which means they want to shop. They want to start a business. And those of you who are not working your business day in and day out now are going to have nothing to pull from on January 1st. Nothing. Okay, so this is your time. I love it when people join the business this time of year because it literally gives them 2 to 3 months to plant seeds and to start to reach out to people. And then come the new year, it's like, yes, I'm ready to join your team. Yes, I'm ready to be a customer. Yes, I have 5 people that want to join me. Like, it's amazing versus waiting until after Christmas. The people who wait until after Christmas, they don't have, I mean, they're going to be way behind. Okay. So you guys are in the perfect place right now, but you have to take advantage of what you have your hands on. We've got a new product line. Well, we have a new product. We will have a new product line that's going to be in line with the new product that we have. If you guys are not learning about the keto lifestyle, now's your time to prep for that. Now's your time to make the transition to learn about that so that you can educate your customers. And you have to be consistent. So pull out your calendar. Be consistent in your daily activity. It doesn't have to take a long time. It can take 30 seconds. It can take 2 minutes. It could take 2 hours, whatever you want. But you have to be consistent and disciplined in your activities.
Yep. My biggest thing over the last couple months is buffer. I just told myself I have to buffer post before. I cannot close my eyes at night until I've put at least 6 posts into buffer. You can do as many as 10. Sometimes I get that many, but I'm literally will be sitting there like eyes falling, phone dropping in my face. Sometimes, not every time, but just depending on when I do get into bed. But that's just the very last thing that I do. And, you know, just staying consistent. And, you know, what products are you guys using? Are you staying excited about what you're offering to people? I know for me personally, I've gotten discouraged because I've been, you know, my weight stalled, you know. Keto coffee has been amazing. I'm so excited about it. It's made a huge difference. So that's something I can get excited about. I've never stopped taking my product, but I think sometimes you get into such a routine of something, like it just becomes, you know, I don't know, maybe take it for granted that I have such amazing product that I forget how excited I was at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, just remembering to be excited about what you have your hands on, because you have your hands on something really amazing. You know, yesterday talking to last minute people and then finally seeing some ingredients, you know, finally taking the time. Sometimes yesterday I kind of got over whether or not I was bugging people or not because I just wanted them to sign up. And I bugged them until they finally looked. And then they were like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for reminding me or making me look at this. Like, they were appreciative. I wasn't bugging them. I mean, I was, but in a good way, you know? Mm-hmm. So just really getting what you have in front of people.
And following up, you guys. Follow up. Yeah. I followed up with one of my acquaintances last night and, you know, asked her if she was still ready to get started on the greens, because the last time I talked to her, it was really tight financially. And she goes, you know what? I was just on my way out to buy my little boy some more probiotics tomorrow. And instead she's ordering our original greens today. Like, that is a really low BV loyal, but you know what? It's going to help her kids' health. I'm excited for them. It's a new customer. She is, you know, and she's happy to support me. And she said, thank you so much. I really just feel like this was God's timing that you reached out to me right now, because I was going to go buy those probiotics tomorrow. And now I can get a better product from somebody that I know, and I can support you. People will want to support you if you run your business well. So run your business well, be trustworthy, be transparent, be disciplined, and it will come. So we have something really special for you guys on next week's Zoom. So I'm really excited for that. But this is going to be an amazing month. So starting today, let's be intentional. Reach out to every single person on your team. Make sure that they're here. Find out if they're here. Find out if they want to move forward with you through this season into 2018. Remind them that conference tickets are still on sale, not the original discounted price, but they are still at a promotional price for the next couple of weeks. Get your ticket if you haven't gotten your ticket.
New distributors have 10 days to get the early bird pricing, right?
I think so. Yeah, they should. They should. So get your conference ticket if you haven't. I'm so excited. We've got one girl on our team who couldn't figure out how she was going to get her ticket or how she was going to pay her way there. You know what she figured out? She's going to donate plasma. She's going to get paid to sit in a chair and give blood, and that's how she's going to pay to get to conference. How many of you are willing?
Already.
Yeah, and she's blitzing people while she's there. How many of you would be willing to go give plasma and blitz your, what's the blood guy called?
Heck.
Whatever. I can't think of the name. But in order to earn your, get your way to conference, you guys can do this. You can. You can sell things. You can donate plasma. You can go set up a lemonade stand. Well, not really, because it's winter time. You could go set up a coffee stand outside your house and sell keto coffee. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But you guys get there. Conference is not going to change your life if you're not working your business and if you don't want to work your business. But if you are working your business now, you're here. Phlebotomist. Thank you. See, I knew there was a name for it. Phlebotomist. But if you are wanting to work your business and you desire a change and you're willing to put in the work, you need to get to conference because it will change your life. It will change everything for you. But you have to be willing to actually put in the work. Don't go if you're not going to work. That'd be a waste. It would be a waste of money. It'd be a fun time, but it'd be a waste of your money. But if you're willing to go and put in the work, then it will change your life.
Let me add just one more thing to you guys. Look at this long term. When we were building our other businesses or starting out, I remember at first we were like, what do we need right now? What do we need this to do for us right now? And we kept that in sight, but then we had kind of a vision of where we wanted it to go. We didn't really know if it could, but we knew that's what we wanted. We wanted it to support our family 100%. We didn't want to have to go to a 9-to-5. So when you're looking at your business today, look at what you need it to do for you immediately. Like right now, what do you need? And then what's it going to take to get those immediate needs taken care of? It might mean selling all 4 wraps that you get in your auto ship this month because you really need to cover your auto ship with that and you need an extra $40, But then look at it long term. What do you really want this to do? And get out of your head whether or not it can or can't. It can. Let me just tell you, it can. I'm proof. Noelle's proof. We have plenty of proof on this, on our personal team. But decide what you want it to do and then break that up when you want it to, It's not really about when, I'm not going to set a date. I'm not going to put a date on it. It just will.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep going, it just will.
Mm-hmm. It will. So. Yeah. Good. All right. Well, we will talk to you guys next week. And let's go be productive. Bye, guys.
Bye.